So today's demonstration is how to put a piece of meat onto a spit roaster. So here we have a 5 kilo piece of beef, which has already been lovely marinated. What we have is the actual spit skewer that we're going to put onto the rotisserie, and we also have the forks which slide through the meat and onto the spit bar. I've got large ones here because I can kind of judge there that that's the width that we need. Alternatively, it's borderline whether or not you use the smaller prongs as well. These are more for smaller rolls of meat or for chickens. So because this one's a bit bigger, we'll actually use the larger prongs. All right, so the first step is to put the skewer through the meat. So if you do have someone else handy, it's a good idea to get someone to give you a hand, but we'll see how we go. So because this is just a piece of meat with no bones or anything, we'll just try and get it as centered as we can. If you first have trouble putting the spike through the bit of meat there, you might actually just want to pierce it first with a knife, and just be really careful not to skewer your hand on the other end, because that is always a risk when doing this kind of job. Alright, so I'm just pushing that through slowly, trying to keep it centered, just feeling around the bottom to make sure that I'm not going to go through the bottom there. Let's keep pushing it through. I think we're almost there. You can sort of feel it coming through the back here. Just don't think we're quite centered.
There's
Alright, we've just got it through now. Alright. So we didn't quite manage to get it through the middle, but that's okay. There's ways to fix that up. Alright, so here we've got the 5 kilo piece of beef, and gee, it looks a lot bigger when it's on the skewer than what it was in the pan. Okay, so we'll get our large prongs here, and we'll just slide that through the skewer. I won't pierce that just yet. We'll do the same on the other end. Alright, so you just push these through as best as you can. To the other side. Alright, and we'll tighten them up. Alright, now with this piece of meat here, you can see that when the butcher took the bone out, there's a bit flapping here. So what we're going to have to do is get a bit of wire or butcher string and just twine that up. Otherwise what we'll find is this bit's going to keep flapping around, and as the meat's been cooking, for a good couple of hours, we might find that that bit starts to pull away from the rest of the meat, and we don't want to waste that bit. Alright, now the usual process would be to hold the meat up and then just check whether or not it's balanced. In this situation I can see it's not balanced because that big bit there is flopping around. So we'll twine that up and then we'll come back and we'll finish the filming. Okay, so with the help of some butcher's twine, I've managed to secure that floppy bit of meat around. So I've just used some butcher's twine, wrapped it around a few times, pulled it in nice and tight, and then as you can see now, there's no floppy bits.